So, hello. Anyway, I've been munching on this dessert, I guess. What is it called? Well, it is halwa. It's just a sweet treat that kind of came from Persia, based on tahini and sunflower seeds and like sometimes pistachios. But anyway, I'm eating it. So that's that. All of what I've done already, I just did. I'm going to show it real quick. I don't want to. I got beets and carrots, sweet pepper, celery, garlic, not too spicy peppers here. This I'm going to try first time with Mexican onions. This is dill, the stems, not the stems, but the stalks or whatever they call them. So that, obviously cabbage, kind of like in those type of pieces like that. Coriander. This is actually black pepper that is in Russian, Ukrainian, or whatever you want to call it. But they come from, obviously, Europe. Those are bigger peppercorns, and I don't know if there's a difference, but they kind of smell a little different. So there is a sugar and salt mixed together, and the recipe calls for this size a spoon per liter of water. I got 2 liters of water right there, boiled water, and this is boiled water already from before, so I'm going to just add a little bit there. It's supposed to be hot, so since I got 2 liters, I put 2 of those obviously, and then 2 of those of sugar, and then their recipe calls for vinegar, which is right here. It's almost 2 of those, but I put kind of 3, just considering the amount of cabbage and stuff there. And it's Uzbeki family from Uzbekistan, husband and wife, really cute couple, have really nice cooking videos. Obviously they speak in Russian, but his name is Ravshan, I think, and so on. I'm going to try to put a link down below in my video. They got a lot of different cool stuff there. And so basically what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be taking this stuff, and I put this one on there so that it doesn't slip, and then packing it here, and layer it. Oh yeah, I forgot bay leaf right here. That's from the Russian store. Layer those things, and then pour not boiling, scalding hot, but just really hot marinade that I'm going to do from here and here. So I'm going to mix those, and then kind of pour over it, make it tight and packed to the end. And I'll probably cover it with a lid, and just let it be. And this is my first time, and as I mentioned, and I don't know what's going to happen of it. I guess this is similar to life. I don't know. Just let the nature do its thing and bring out good nutrition and probiotics and stuff. And it's kind of a mystery of making something like that. You don't have any control over recipe. Usually, well, over what happens there. You do it or you don't. But not to be too philosophical, I usually cook by smell. I don't taste my food, the things that I put together. I sort of know how each ingredient is supposed to taste if they smell in a certain way. I have an extremely, well, there goes my I have extremely sensitive nose and sense of smell. So that's what I'm doing. I've been thinking about, while I was doing this, and I'm not going to start putting it together and talk about other things, but I've been thinking about, there's this YouTube channel that really inspired me, and I think they're the greatest family ever. But I mean, all families are good, but maybe not, maybe good. But anyway, it's Robert Arrington and his wife Sarah on Deer Meat for Dinner. Their kids, it's just an amazing family. I started watching their channel for a while now, and man, it's an inspiration for me. Just the way that he treats life and his approach to passion. Because he started out back in the day, I think he had a channel like in 2007 or 8 or 6 or 7 or 8 or something like that. And he was just fishing all over the place and stuff. And so I subscribe to all of his channels, I think most of them, and watch them every so often. I think he's currently in Alaska, or I did that whole Alaska tour, which was really great videos too. But he's there's a quote that he uses: "Old men die, but few ever live." And I guess they got T-shirts there. So I'm not trying to infringe on the copyright of any kind, but I sort of extended that quotation into "everyone dies, but few will ever live." And in my book that I'm writing of quotations, that is called the Book of Rules, or I'm sorry, that's beginning. That's an initial was Book of Rules. Conversations with my friends, the path of my life. In that, certain quotations and thoughts came up while I was interacting with my friends, either on the phone or in a text, things like that. And sometimes it just pops in my head. And I decided to put it and record, type it in, write it down. Every time I have some really cool thought. And then back in the day, I wanted to start video blog. 2003, YouTube wasn't even there yet. Where I was going to cook in a kitchen and have those types of conversations with people, just average people, normal people, that would call in a live session and just kind of, while I'm cooking the dish, talk about something. Because kitchen is the most comfortable place to be. It's where people break bread together. It's instantaneously a place of peace and safety and comfort. And so, and then of course I wasn't able to technologically to achieve this goal. And then years later, there's YouTube. And so this idea still is brewing in my head. What will come of it will depend on subscribers, or if I start a channel specifically geared up for that. And what I want to do is I want to discuss the meaning of my quotations that I wrote throughout life, and do live sessions and interact with people and have maybe a moderator or a co-host to make it a live show while cooking something, while just preparing a recipe of sort or something. And I think it'd be an awesome thing to do. Anyway, thank you, Robert Arrington from deermeatfordinner, for a wonderful channel. And keep on, man. Appreciate that. Other than that, I'm just gonna put those layers here, like this, make up my marinade, pour it in there, cover it up, and then probably just show the end product at the end of this video. I think that at first, my first part of the video, I've been planning quite a bit. I've been talking quite a bit about other things, so what I'm going to do is this series of part 2, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I guess we'll find out on the reaction of, or from the reaction of my viewers, if this video became a success and becomes popular. Anyway, not too much to say. I can talk all day. Peace out. Alright, so I decided, because this is unscripted, unedited, raw footage. I don't do editing, I just splice things. Sometimes I put little fancy stuff and whatnot, but on my videos, but I don't do that kind of stuff. And maybe I should, but at this point I don't care. So what I did actually crush the peppercorn, and they have different. They're very aromatic, and it seems that I am unscripted. A lot of times I say where I really want to say something I feel, but for instance, when I speak of my extreme sense of smell, I could have said acute sense of smell, or and the word just came to my head and then I forgot it. But anyway, the point is, this is raw footage. This is how I am. I will work on it or edit and maybe make professionally videos with takes and stuff. But for right now, this is me. Anyway, so I'm warming up the marinade. I put salt and sugar in there. And then I'll wait for the vinegar. So it's coming up to this kind of like starting to boil temperature. And I'm going to just turn it off and let it cool the way it is. It's pretty hot, it's steaming. So I'm going to pour this vinegar in there, like I already have. Obviously I stirred everything out, the salt and sugar stuff. Okay, and just let it kind of cool off just a little bit so it's not like scalding, boiling hot. And I'm going to put it right about here. In the meanwhile, I realized that it's really cool. Just like I was saying right here, I was like, dummy, you have rollers. So I did that, and that way it's like kind of like right here. So, like I said, my first time. And I haven't done this before. So, the way that Roshan and his wife, I didn't catch her name, showed, I was going to put like a bottom here, a little bit of this stuff, a little bit of this stuff, just like Robert Arrington says, let them, it starts, what does he say? Magic begins, and it's a magic, and what's he saying? A brewing of some love or something like that. Anyway. Alright, so that's that. I would probably throw a couple of these in there. And those are the stalks for dill. And normally, in Roshan's recipe is dry, but they were from Winkle, so I'm just going to crush them like this and throw them in there. Okay. I cleaned them up a little bit, peeled them. They have some. So I got bay leaf, I got this, I got little coriander, little black pepper stuff. I'm gonna throw like a garlic or two in there, like that. And maybe I didn't intentionally cut the peppers, but maybe I'll just grate one like that. They're not extremely hot. Okay, and then just take a couple of celery things in there, kind of just let it brew up their love, like that. And do that, and then put a little bit of carrot, and a couple of these right there. So that's the concept, right? Am I forgetting anything? No. Then we'll just take some of that and start putting it. I cut them up in kind of half, then quarter them. So, and I didn't cut up some of the cabbage that I have because I didn't know how much of this is going to fit in, and it looks like I might be able to do it again with more cabbage can be put in there. Okay, kind of pack it in like this, and they'll press it in. Just kind of releases a little bit of love. Okay. Okay, and I'm just doing it by feel only, kind of using my little bit of my experience and stuff. Okay, so that's kind of it. Let's put this one, cover the space, and basically we'll go the same way for the rest of them. A little bit of this, spread them out, a little bit of bay leaf, boom boom, a couple of onions, pepper, a little bit of pepper in here, there you go, garlic, and I crushed it, okay, then we'll go a little bit of that stuff, coriander, fragrant, the best description I can come up with, fragrant pepper. That's how we call it in Russian. Alright. Carrots. I think I might run out of ingredients sooner than I run out of space. Oh my goodness, what do I do? Alright. Anyway, maybe not. Hence, life is like a jar of cabbage. You never know what you're gonna get. Oh boy. That's definitely. So, since I'm bullshitting still, and you know, hey, by now my people know me, I like to talk. Why would I be doing this video if I didn't like to talk, huh? Anyway, I'm sharpening my knife today with this. I'm totally a blade person. I love knives. And I'm thinking, you know, something that could be used as a weapon is being used as a tool preparation for food. I mean, obviously it's like, it's a known matrix, right? It's not what you use, it's what intent are you using it with. And just like you can have a healthy amount of respect for something. I've cut myself before with knives and swords and shit like that. Oops, I said that S word. Anyway, but it doesn't mean that you can't use it for good, right? So I guess a lot of times it's not, our mind has to be sharp like a knife. I compare, I'm just rambling along here. I compare my mind, or trying to, with the samurai sword. Basically, you know, keep it pure, keep it sharp, and all that sort of stuff. So, I think people, in general, should stop talking about all this weapons and how this is going to be used, this, or, you know, this person did use this weapon and this and this. Listen, the biggest weapon I know, okay, it's a human mind and a pencil and a paper. Because words hurt
far worse, and the outcome of those words than any weapon. I mean, obviously, you know, yeah, if you're using like weapons of mass destruction and all that stuff and harmful intent and all that, I get it. But frankly, people lost respect for one another. They're using all sorts of different accusations, allegations, and whatever Asians they can come up with because they don't want to look at themselves. And that, my friends, is the biggest issue, in my opinion, that goes with our society today, because nobody wants to take care of their own shit. Everybody wants to point a finger and say, you're this, you're this, you're this, and it's like, dude, take care of your own house before you start mugging my furniture, okay? Because you're a guest in my house, and you got my permission to visit with me. Well, hey, wait a second. If you don't like it, go live in your own house. There's no implications here of any kind. This is just a normal human psychology, alright? Why are you wanting to be somewhere else where you come in and try to change it according to what you want to see? If you came to my life, in my house, I want to live my life the way I want to live my life, man. So if you don't like it, good going. But anyway, I'm getting a little bit political here, but tell you what, everything in this life is connected to how people perceive themselves and others. We live in a cultural society, okay, or so I hope, that people are courteous and anyway, there's a lot of things to say, and I'm handling sharp object. Hence, I rest my case. I picked up a knife, and I know that this knife can cut me. So instead of treating it like a little toy, or with neglect, or disrespect, I got it. There's a sharp object in my hands. And if I don't pay attention, this object will cut me. Because my skin is not designed for handling this shit. Okay? Anyway, that kind of a thing. But in the moment of BS and I realizing that I can use more cabbage in the whole setting and maybe need to package slightly harder at the end. So I'm going to cut smaller squares. That way it gives me a little bit more packability, if you will. It's such a word. So, anywho, so, non-scripted, remember, just rambling along. This is a nice jar. Okay, boom. So, let's do the same thing, finish it up, and man, it might become a success, I don't know. I will keep you guys posted. Okay, I'm going to put the last 2 onions in here, and I'm probably going to have a little bit for another layer and stuff, but just kind of like that. And oh yeah, and if anyone, people that I know, subscribers or somebody who happens upon my channel here, thinks that it's cool, they like it, throw me thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe, welcome to it. I'm all about motorcycles, motorcycle rides, harmonica playing and stuff when I'm in the mood. Oh, I already did this. And things like that. Like to talk about life, friends,
a discussion about religion, great. If it turns into a discussion about aliens, great. I am well versed in a few different topics of the human psychology also. Not that I'm a professional psychologist, but I'm a homegrown psychologist, like this cabbage. Okay, so let's see. I can even be Norwegian if I want to. Say Ufta. Just came from Polvo yesterday. Went for a ride, and that was awesome. So I used to live there for a while, all over the peninsula, Kitsap Peninsula. That's a great place, beautiful, beautiful place when you have the rain and stuff. But I think I'm just a sucker for iodine, sort of marine air, iodine in the air. I think my body needs it for proper functioning. I've lived on the eastern Washington side. Never really got into it as far as never really got accustomed to the climate and stuff. Well, I'm just going to pour the rest of it here. So, always came back. Every time I've been to different countries, but not very many of them, but different countries like went to Bahamas, Australia, New Zealand. Never been to Mexico and stuff, and that's one of my things to do. Go to Mexico, do some scuba diving there. But every time the plane circles around Puget Sound in Washington, there is an absolutely magical thing for me. I started as an immigrant in state of Washington, Seattle area, in Puget Sound, and so it is home. I don't know how to explain it, but it is home. I love this place. I hate this place at the same time. Well, I don't hate it. I just don't like what's happening currently in the world, in our country, in our place here in Washington State. But I'm part of this society. I'm part of these human beings, and I'm not running away from it. I know there's a lot of people that consider going somewhere else. Well, that's fine. You know what? I already ran once in 1991 when I left my country, former Soviet Union, and I left family and friends behind. I came here, I didn't know a single word of language. Well, that's not true. I did know language, but barely spoke it, like on a high school level, even maybe less. So, I know how it feels. Now, guess what? Perfect. Perfect. So I'm just going to put this on the top here. Give it a little final swoosh. And I think it's going to be dill all over the place. But hey, you know what? It gets soft, apparently, and very tasty. And so I'm just going to land that, top it out with whatever remaining carrots. Wow, this worked out like I freaking planned it, I swear. Seriously. I just eyeballed it a little bit. Okay, well look at that. Ain't it pretty? Okay, so, and I'm a neat freak, I think. I like to clean as I go. Clean up easier. So there it is. Oh. OCD. Well, it clutters the space. I like space. That's why I bought this house. Okay, so this is hot. Now I'm pretty sure that I don't want to burn myself and start splashing it. So what I'll do is
get some kind of ladle. Hey, I even put that work. Hang on just a second, my peeps. Okay, ladle. Where's the ladle when you need it? There it is. Right where I left it. Okay, ladle it is. Now, I'm going to just put this one closer. My mom used to crack me up when she would like eat and put plate on the table like 5 feet away, and then she would spill everything all over herself. And she'd go, "Oh, like listen, put the plate closer to yourself, man." All right. May her soul rest in peace. Good woman, but as everybody else in life, she had her faults too. So I think I'm going to need far more marinade than I thought I would. But that's cool. So this is like the recipe I think was for a 3 liter. 3 liter container, right, in their recipe, and I'll put it in this description bit. So this one is way, I need to make so much freaking, need to make another 2 liters maybe at least worth of that, so, but it's all good. It's all in the process. Discovery of who you are. Alright, well, thank you for being patient with me, blocking my mouth and stuff, and I appreciate you being in my kitchen. So hopefully I get some following from this, and if not, great. I'm still going to enjoy life, and I'm still going to enjoy cooking, talking about shit. I said something again. I came back forward. Sorry, YouTube. And stuff. And all right, so I'm looking at this, and it's right about here, right? So maybe another one of those, maybe 1.5 of those. That's just it. This is 2.5 gallons, so 9 point something liters. Okay? Okay. Y'all be good. I'm starting to sweat, getting hot. My mustache is going to just go like this.